Hey, Darkman here, and welcome to my Bleach Chapter 649 review. So the chapter starts off with... Actually, I just had a thought. Before I start the chapter, where's Aizen at? I mean, I know, I probably already mentioned this in, one of the other videos, but... Did they just sort of leave him down there in that chair? That'd be the worst prank ever to pull on Aizen, because he always wanted to go there. They were about to give him the chance, and they just left him strapped in a chair there, well, down in the Soul Society, whatever place. Yeah, I mean, there was two or three chapters devoted to him getting out of the jail, and a couple chapters after that, when just showing how powerful he was, because apparently butterfly gods get stronger when they sit around, so yeah. But I mean, where is he at? I bet he's just going to appear out of nowhere suddenly. It's like Kubo probably forgot to draw him, or write for anything for him to say. Yeah. So it starts off with Lily starting to just freak out. He starts swimming towards the surface, but no matter how much he flaps his wings, it just seems to get farther away. And he says, well, Shuntree says, that's technically throwing ourselves into the water, you know. It's too late to be flapping the wings. But, you know how he said the messenger of the god doesn't feel fear or despair or whatever it was he said? It looks like he's feeling pretty desperate right now, so yeah, suck it. And then Shuntree says that the lower that your temperature gets, the more despair you have. And then we get the title page, the theater suicide, scene 3, and it looks like this lady grabs onto his back, which at first there's this little skeleton thing on her head. I thought that was her face, and I was thinking oh, I like more creepy stuff. But no, the title chapter is the theater suicide, scene 3. And then there's going to be scene 4, scene 5, scene 6, and scene 7, hopefully. And then we get to see what Shuntree's spirit, you know, how there's on Getsu. We get to see what, I can't remember the name of this sword, don't judge me. I probably should make sure I know it before I try to review it, but yeah, we finally get to see what the spirit of the sword looks like. Again, her name is Ohana, and I thought, because when she first drapes herself over him, I thought, and he said, "Hello, Ohana," I was thinking is that some weird Unohana thingamajig? Is she somehow back from the dead? Yeah. You know what, now thinking about it, out of the 4 super old for the Soul Reapers, only Ukitake didn't get to use his Bankai. I mean, no one really understands what Unohana's did, or at least I don't. I don't know how many other people actually do. But at least she used it? Used is a strong word, more just activated it and it died. Yeah. And so she's being mouthy to him, and he's saying that she's been mean, that she's being rude. And then she says, "I may be mean, but I'm still your sword, and I've sworn to be by your side till the end." And then Lily starts flying at him, saying that a Shinigami's Bankai can never kill him. And then, it's not on this page. No. Well, it sort of looks like he grabbed at his sword, but couldn't pull it out. But then on the very next page, I don't know what even happened, but Lily Barrel just cut in half. And the attack was called Thread Cutting Scissors on a Bloodied Throat. Worst name for an attack ever. Well, one of them. And then when he was exploding, I don't know why, but to me, like, I'll put the panel up, but it sort of looks like he's kind of like a frog. Like, I know that's probably like just him exploding, but it sort of looks like a frog, like puffing out its thing. Yeah. And he's just sort of falling, and so is Shunshui, and he like lays down on her lap, and says that he thought he'd never get a chance to lay down on her lap. So she goes like this, about to poke out his eyes. And I know I probably still have the picture up, but you guys should not be staring at that. That's bad. I mean, come on, don't stare. And he says it was just a joke. That's the only eye that she has left. And she says, well, we look the same. And I probably still have the picture up, but who cares? And he says, but who cares? We won. That's all that matters. And suddenly a thing, or like an attack, comes through the ceiling and impales Shunshui from behind, or from underneath, whatever. From underneath, and Lily Barrow starts coming up, like saying, like, see, a Shinigami's Bankai can never kill me. That's the end of the chapter. So, my initial thoughts. Well, Shunshui's a Zanpak Tosker. That's a plus for this chapter already. But, I don't feel like, again, it's sort of like a couple of chapters back, where it's like, it feels like a lot of stuff happened, but I also feel like nothing really happened. Because Lily just sort of fell, tried to escape, got cut in half, fell, and then impaled. And we gotta see what his thingamajig looks like, and we gotta also hear that, weird attack title. Yeah. It's sort of just like in that in-between zone. Like, we already kind of know what his Bankai does, but now, like, so on the other previous chapter where it was sort of just like in that in-between, we didn't get to see he didn't really use his, well, he used his Bankai, but like, he activated his Bankai in that like in-between chapter, so like, this didn't really have anything to like push up above like, okay, I mean, I'm probably like, most people are probably going to think like it's a good chapter, but it's, like, to me it's just like an okay. I feel like more could have been accomplished, but it wasn't. Also, it's kind of disappointing that that isn't the end of the fight. I don't know why. It was sort of like, normally when a character like uses their new ability or whatever, like the fight's over pretty soon. That's how it's gone a lot of the time. I'm thinking back to when like that's actually been the case. I take that back. It's never really been the case, except for Kenpachi and Grammy. Yeah, Yamamoto had a fake Yuha. But other than that, like, normally there's still a pretty long fight afterwards. So yeah, I don't know. It just, something about this chapter just didn't sit right with me. That's really it. So, boy.